In this lecture, we will discuss about permanganate oxidation of alkyne. If you remember alkene, and if this is treated with cold KMnO4, it forms glycol. Glycol is basically a diol. It contains two OH group. So this is a diol because it contains two OH group. A very similar kind of reactions happens with alkyne. If alkyne is treated with aqueous KMnO4 and conditions are mild, this gives diketone. Reaction is very similar. Alkyne reacts with aqueous KMnO4. First it forms similar product as like alkene. So we have to add one OH here, one OH here, then we can remove this double bond, then we can remove this double bond by adding one OH here and one OH here. So we have to add 4 OH group. Now this product is unstable. Whenever we have two OH group on the same carbon, these kind of compounds are unstable, and this can be made stable by losing one molecule of water. So if I have a compound that contains two OH group on the same carbon, we can lose one molecule of water to form a ketone. So one carbon containing two OH group, compounds are not stable. So compounds having two OH group on same carbon are unstable, and they become stable by losing one molecule of water. Now let us say this unstable product. So we have COH, OH, we have OH, R dash. So if I remove two molecule of water, that this goes here, and we can remove this one, this goes here, and we can remove this one. So finally I will have a ketone this side and a ketone this side. So this product is a diketone. For example, if I have this reactant CH3C triple bond CCH2CH3, this is an unsymmetrical alkyne. That is, this side I have a different R and this side I have different R. That is, alkyl groups are different to the double triple bond, both side of triple bond. Now in this case we will have product CH3 C double bond O, C double bond O CH2 CH3. Similarly we can have a case of symmetrical alkyne. So this is a case of symmetrical alkyne. And if this is treated with aqueous KMnO4 and condition is mild, and condition is mild, it will also form a diketone, but this time diketone is symmetrical. So you see, if I break from here this bond between carbon carbon, this bond, so we will have a symmetrical diketone. So this is a symmetrical diketone. In this case, diketone is unsymmetrical. If reaction condition is concentrated or warm, so if reaction mixture is warm, or solution is too basic, diketone undergoes oxidative cleavage. What does this mean? Let us say if I have a alkyne, and if this is treated with KMnO4, and let us say KMnO4 is hot, this is aqueous. In this case, we will have initially diketone, but that diketone will undergo oxidative cleavage and it will form salt of acid. So it will form 2 salt of acid. For example, let us say if I have CH3, C triple bond C, CH3, if this is treated with KMnO4, solution is basic, let us say add KOH, and heat is also given. So in this case we have to break this bond. Initially a diketone will be formed, but this diketone will undergo oxidative cleavage. So this becomes unstable under basic condition. So unstable under basic condition. And high temperature. So temperature is also high. So this will go cleavage. So we will have 2 salt of acid. From this side I can break, and we can also break from this side. If these salts gets acidified, that is if we treat with H plus, we will have acid of this salt and we will have acid of this salt, that is CH3COOH. So we will have 2 molecules of CH3COOH. If we have unsymmetrical alkyne, so this is a case of symmetrical one, both acid are same, that is we will get only one product. If we have unsymmetrical, for example CH3 C triple bond C, and this side we have CH2 CH3, and if this is treated with KMnO4 and medium is basic, warm also, so it will fast form diketone, and this diketone is unstable, so it will undergo oxidative cleavage, unstable, and it will go undergo oxidative cleavage to give salt of 2 acids. Salt because medium is basic, Now if these salts get acidified, we will have 2 acid in this case. So if alkyne is unsymmetrical, so this is a unsymmetrical alkyne. So in case of unsymmetrical alkyne, we will get 2 different acid. One special case we can have, that is acetylene. If this is treated with, let us say, KMnO4 basic medium, and heat is also given. So initially it will form this product that is unstable, and it will undergo oxidative cleavage. So we will have, in this case we will have 2 molecules of CO2. So important point, whenever we have a terminal alkyne, so let us say if I have CH3, C triple bond CH, this is a case of terminal alkyne. We will get 1 molecule of CO2. If this is treated with KMnO4, medium is basic, and if this is heated, so we have to break this bond. So first we will get a ketone kind of product, diketone kind of product. This is a not a diketone, we have a ketone and we have aldehyde group. So this is a ketone, and this side we have aldehyde. Now we have to break this bond. So this is aldehyde, we have to break this bond, oxidative cleavage. Aldehyde converts into carbon dioxide, and this converts into salt of acid. Now further, if this is acidified, we will have CH3COOH, and CO2 will be evolved. So we can say whenever we have CO2, this indicates terminal alkyne. So if CO2 is evolved, indicates terminal alkyne. And if let us say if I have alkyne, and in this case we will have 2 mole of CO2, that is KMnO4 KOH, heat. So per mole of reactant, if 2 mole of CO2 is evolved, this indicates both sides we have terminal alkyne, and this is possible only if we have acetylene. So per mole reactant, two mole of CO2 is evolved, meaning reactant is acetylene. Now let us summarize what we said. We said if we have an alkyne that is symmetrical, and if this is treated with cold KMnO4, we'll get a diketone, and this diketone is also symmetrical. So this is a symmetrical, alkyne is symmetrical, and diketone is also symmetrical. Now second thing we said, if I have an unsymmetrical alkene, and if this is treated with KMnO4 cold, it will form unsymmetrical diketone. If we have one side terminal alkyne, and if this is treated with cold KMnO4, we will have one aldehyde group and we will have one ketone. So this is a case of aldehyde plus ketone. Now we can have a special case, that is if I have alkyne and if this is treated with cold KMnO4, we will have both side aldehyde group. This is called glyoxal. So we have two aldehyde group. This molecule is called glyoxal. Now same thing, we can treat this reactant. So this is with cold KMnO4. We can have same reaction with hot KMnO4. So if I have symmetrical alkene, KMnO4 hot, and medium is basic, we will have, and if this is further acidified, we will have 2 mole of same acid. So we'll have RCOOH. If initial alkyne is not symmetrical, this is treated with KMnO4, KOH, heat, further acidification, it will give two different acid. So we'll have one RCOH, another we will have R-COOH. So this time two different acid. This means alkyne is unsymmetrical. And if I get 2 mole of same acid, this means alkyne is symmetrical. Now if I have a case of terminal alkyne treated with KMnO4, medium is basic, barm also, further acidification, it will give one molecule of CO2 and one molecule of acid. So this shows if I am getting one molecule of CO2, this means alkyne is terminal. So this indicates terminal alkyne. And if I am getting 2 molecule of CO2 per molecule of reactant, so if I take 1 mole of reactant, if this is treated with KMnO4, KOH, solution is warm, further acidification. In this case even acidification is not required. So it will give 2 mole of CO2. So if I am getting for 1 mole of reactant 2 mole of CO2, alkyne is terminal from both sides, that is acetylene. So we discussed reactions of alkyne with cold KMnO4 and hot KMnO4 in basic condition. We discussed the case of symmetrical alkyne, unsymmetrical alkyne, one-sided terminal alkyne, both-sided terminal alkyne, that is case of acetylene.